Hello everybody, it is everyone's favorite mad scientist Zero, joined by Kiwi and Serby on our extremely exciting Chapter 3 investigation of Tenko's body that has mysteriously appeared in the middle of this ritual. Who could have done it? Find out this episode maybe. Also, Oblivion and Silver are not here. Silver went on vacation, Oblivion is maybe dead. Yeah.
No, don't say that he's dead.
But today is the OG trio for sure. Maybe it'll be more exciting that way. Who knows? Alright. I mean, Oblivion's so boring anyways. Dog statue.
It's a wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the dog god.
Dog.
God. During the seance, this wood statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it.
It's the dog god, it's Korone.
Gog dog.
Who voices Maki in this instance?
Oh, this wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly.
Q said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
That depends on the size of the girls.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Maybe 2 small Asian girls.
Do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother?
Damn, Maki.
What?
I'm kidding. Anyway,
I don't think
Is this...
sure.
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out of it easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. And that didn't sound like you were kidding earlier.
Dog statue. There's a cloth there. What is white cloth doing?
It's a white sheet that we use for the seance.
Ah, that's right.
This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it.
By the way, Kyo was not the one who committed this murder. I refuse.
This cloth is
Maybe
pretty
they
thick.
did it then.
It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque, and on the back.
I hope it's one of Oblivion's characters. Or maybe all of them. All of them would be fine as well.
Look, there's a blood stain on it, right around the middle of the sheet.
But
But no hole in the fabric.
She was stabbed from beneath.
Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth.
Okay.
He was stabbed well underneath the cloth.
Yes.
Is there like some sort of floorboarding underneath here? So you could go into
Some sort
like
of floorboard under the floorboard?
underneath the floorboard, yes?
I mean,
Is that a possibility? Like an
This is
empty
like
space
on the-
underneath?
this
Like
is like on the
Danganronpa
3rd floor.
2?
Yeah, like that. Because like there are holes in the 2 adjacent rooms as well in the back left. So potentially somebody could have entered there and then crawled in the underspace and then stabbed Tenko during the ritual, maybe.
Where's Kibo glowing?
He's the flashlight,
He's lighting up
remember?
the area. Yeah, he's a flashlight. All right.
Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath, crouched over like this. Died in the Yamcha pose. According to the
Damn.
Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound on her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Oh wait.
You did hear something.
I will not. I will be voicing too many characters. So.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant. But she couldn't have gone far before she bled. I'm sorry, I need to sneeze.
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
Roger,
The
Silver.
wound is deep. The victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
You're speaking from experience?
Actually, Maki might be better at investigating bodies than Shuichi, simply because of the amount of bodies she's likely seen or been the cause of, really.
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty.
Well, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
You're right. I don't see any obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue.
Alright. That's,
Tango's
it's-
dead body. Yep. We read
Yep.
this.
I wanted to click on the board, but... Oh, wait.
Thank you for being here, Maki. You're a huge help.
Alright, yeah, the murder weapon. Yeah, just randomly thanking Maki out of nowhere.
This floorboard is loose.
Huh. Oh shit, Sherlock.
And it's right under Tenko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
Yeah, it wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why would it come loose during
But-
seance?
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose.
Does that mean someone who knows that this is where Tenko would be? It's not Kyo. It's not.
There's a rock next to Tenko's body.
It's
This must be-
Rocco!
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I placed here.
Oh, it's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly, it is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this? Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage.
I know this looks quite sus, with the fact that there was like a marker stone and there was an entire circle and it was basically a target, and Kyo knew that this would be like a thing. But he was also here, right? While we were doing the chanting, so it
He was
couldn't
in the
have
room
been
with
him.
us.
Yeah.
This is the cage used in the
Is
seance.
this?
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's pretty large, iron
Okay.
cage.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
He becomes the murderer.
You look at this.
Is this?
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage? Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
that's true.
Yeah, I imagine so. This splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Yes.
Okay,
This much we know.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance.
I guess we need to confirm everything with hard evidence.
But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
She's already dead!
Then
if she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this blood stain, right?
Huh?
Hmm. Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted? That is a possibility.
Hmm? What do you mean by that? Wouldn't the blood spatter, despite her laying down, be like that if somebody just poked a sword up from underneath? Eh?
Depend on the orientation of the wound, I guess.
I guess. I mean, by like stabbed through the neck, is it like the back of the neck got stabbed first, or was it the front of the neck got stabbed through?
Yeah, we don't
Don't
know.
know. Oh. I like looking at holes.
There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
Is this...
Himiko.
A hole? I was like, there's space under here too. Oh, hold on.
Kokichi.
I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
What? Something
Got a minute?
dropped down there.
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Okay.
Right, let's do that.
Okay. You're all sad. I know you're just pretending.
Do you think it's the same killer for both of them?
If it was different, would the rules change? I think Monokuma actually explained that last time.
He said it's first come, first served, so if it's two different
First-
killers, Angie's the only one that matters.
So this was just a throwaway kill? Well,
If it's two different people.
if. But then why would they have any reason to kill another person if they're already, like, slated to go to a trial and potentially leave, you know?
Well, it's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
Was this drawn with salt?
You should lick it. Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
what?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Your face is ridiculous! I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my paw.
Right already.
Shut up, I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions.
Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
This is very much not Kiwi.
Nope.
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo?
Please make an assassin voice, Kiwi. He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
I'm afraid that Kyo changed a few things in the ceremony, and that it's going to end up being him conspiring with someone else for whatever reason, somehow. I don't like this path of thinking, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
Who do you think the someone else is? Then?
One of Oblivion's characters would be our best bro. That Kaito. Kaito! He wasn't feeling very well, right? So he went under the floorboards in order to do his business, but then he noticed that he could stab somebody with the sword that he picked up from Korikyo's office. There.
His office.
Yes.
Candles hung on the wall. They're the only light source.
Damn,
in this
those
room.
candles are hung.
Oh. There's no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness?
Time for Zero to lose 2 characters like me in one chapter. Dude, There's no way I lose 2 characters, and Oblivion keeps all of his. There is no way. Did you really fuck up that bad? I guess we'll see. Believe in the bro that believes in you. I believe that my bro killed Tenko. How about that? Or Angie. My bro killed somebody. He's gotta have killed someone.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on all of you. Believe it.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Wait,
Kanta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
But
But she not talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
Oh, okay.
Himiko.
Alright. What did you see, Korikiyo?
that cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Q, I know the murder was pretty
But
shocking.
of course.
Of course! I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? He performed all of the steps flawlessly.
He
Ian?
seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we performed the caged child again and summoned Tenko's spirit this time.
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the
I
seance?
see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance
Is
failed.
that so?
Whatever, just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle. Hey, that rhymed. So her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage to hide the murder. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dark god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. It was quite cursed indeed. The seance should have been complete, but...
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song.
That's a strange sound. The problem must have been the wind.
It's more dramatic when they don't do the singing around it.
There's just a crash, boom, bang, like a cat just meowing in the distance. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped. Perhaps.
That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Q knows something.
What do you mean?
And then, what happened?
Yes.
Ah, we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all
Must
four
have
of
been
us
the wind.
removed the
Yes.
dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth and then... Dun dun dun! Himiko ran over to the cage. And the moment she lifted it... Blah! Dead.
Oh, and Maki. Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
Then who?
Well,
Then when was
that's-
she killed?
Yes, that is
I
the problem.
see, yes.
There is another problem. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham.
You didn't, bitch.
Maki, never one to pull her punches.
I'll kill you next.
Hey!
Maki, we've finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor?
By the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for a light?
Just send Kibo down there.
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. With Cube's light from up here, that should be fine.
okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay, got it.
Go down.
I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through a hole and under the floor.
Did the dinosaur.
That's a little more spacious than I thought. You can move around pretty easily on all fours.
Oh wow,
Okay.
we're really Danganronpa 2ing this.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It looked pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Is Maki
Yeah.
concerned about looking stupid? More than actually figuring out this case? No nunny? What the hell? There's a hole in my hole?
Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? It looks like there's wood along the wall. This part has rotted away.
It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room from
that's
here.
true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then culprit would have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black.
Night vision gall. It was Kibo.
That might make it impossible to move around in here.
Nope.
Then they could have used the light, like we are doing right now.
Well,
True. You use the light to move around under the floor. Is that possible?
I guess maybe if they had it set up beforehand, they could have like some sort of rope or string or something that they could follow in the darkness. The darkness.
Like Nagito did in Danganronpa 2, you mean?
Yeah, we're really What the hell is that? Let me just ignore that. Okay, God, we didn't see anything. Don't worry about it.
There's blood stains on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. It's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, but at a different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey,
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
that's true.
That's a... How would that happen?
Uh-oh, Silver.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
But imagine Silver has no characters. You screwed up so bad. It's actually Kibo. Someone just sits here with us, just commenting every now and then. Yeah, hey, voice acting with you guys has been so fun, man. Really love the time that I spent with y'all. Oh, man.
But these bloodstains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry.
Dried blood under floor. Loose floorboard. I don't know what this means. Why is it on the other end? I think those dead here. Why splat here?
I was about to
Also-
make a gross joke and I regret even thinking about it.
I mean, I don't
Turvy.
think anything beats the.
I know exactly what you're thinking. Do
I
not.
hope not.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I have a very... It's pretty accurate. It should be pretty close.
I don't know what they were about to make, but
Oh look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
Do we... Okay.
I don't get it. What kind of joke were they about to
No.
Alright, since Survey doesn't want to elaborate, I'll move past it as well. But I'm
But
pretty
you
sure I
brought
know
up my-
exactly
You brought up
what they
my
were
back
thinking.
massager, but you can't mention Serbi's joke.
Well, that's because your back
Double
massage is really funny.
standard.
It's really funny. This one is just kind of gross.
Yeah, no, it's not funny. We can move on.
That's true.
I don't get it.
I'll message you,
It's
cutie. Just be
noodle.
quiet.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too.
Survey's like, cut down, shut up, Kiwi.
It's fine, you don't have to message me.
And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. It was cut by someone.
Maybe somebody who knew Neo Aikido could have done this. Or saw.
There
Yeah.
should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why?
I mean, it's not as gross as I thought it would be. Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then
So, what purpose did this serve?
The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the cross piece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why?
The one
No,
dude, the
the
one
intrusive
YouTuber-
thoughts don't always need to win wasabi.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The one YouTuber that let the intrusive thoughts win is currently in prison for being a menace in Japan. Okay, I don't think letting intrusive thoughts win is a good idea.
Why that part specifically? I have no idea for this one. But that's a pretty interesting looking thing.
I don't think it's related. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
is this?
This came from my research lab.
Maki, it was you!
It did?
Well,
The sickle can be used to assassinate a target.
I think a lot of
Not
things can be used to
effectively.
assassinate a target. Yeah. There's probably better tools, but I mean, you could probably use a fork. That would work. It's just not effective.
I don't think there's anything a sickle could do really for you that a knife couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
mean, I guess
curved.
you get the extra length.
You can get a curved knife. Yeah, but it's extra length in a way that's not effective for anything but cutting wheat.
I mean,
It's-
our limbs are kind of shaped like weed.
It's thematic, right?
Not what I said.
Because like instead of reaping the wheat, you reap their souls. Yeah. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You can be thrown without losing any lethality. You can hide it under your clothes too.
How what?
Again.
Hide this? What?
No.
Whose clothes are you hiding this under? Gonto's?
Maki,
Jesus.
where are you putting that cycle?
Why? Oh.
I just imagined a sickle in the shape of a butt plug.
Kiwi, shut up. My God.
I was picturing like, okay, she's gripping the handle part with her butt cheeks, and the sickle part is like curved underneath, and then you've got like an Astolfo cosplay.
I know exactly what moment you're referencing.
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
Oh, just right.
That's right.
And since Tango was in a cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
But
Even if it is a murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tango in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
What? Wait. Huh? Why are we assuming it has to go through the cage if it was attacked from underneath?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high, and if you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tango's posture, but I don't think it's impossible.
Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tango, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible.
Okay.
I think we've been finished investigating here.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up?
Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust.
Silver feels like the big sound was the crossboard falling. After
Falling?
Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back.
Oh, the crossboard that was cut with a saw? I mean, did they do it during the seance? Or did they have it prepared beforehand?
I mean, we didn't see the piece that was removed, so theoretically before.
by the
Biting
way,
nail.
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the black
You're
kid we
right.
need to vote for is...
The culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
Instead of investigating Tango's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay,
Yes, of course.
but
But this is bigger than the killing game, for the sake of the two who died. We need to reveal the truth for both of their deaths.
Shut up, Shuichi. Don't make my life harder.
Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, you should probably hurry.
I'll be honest, even Silver wouldn't mind us just like skipping out on the investigation for Tenko, probably. Like, pretty sure Silver would be okay with that.
She's annoying, but she wasn't a bad girl.
She wasn't bad. She was just, I don't want to talk about her or remember her.
I think that the Atuna girlie was more annoying.
That she'd stink.
From underneath the fabric. The bloodstain on the cage is from underneath. Don't know why we assumed the sickle had to fit through the cage, because there was a cloth on top of the cage.
Lift up the cloth and...
And sickle her through there? What? Okay, I don't know about that one, Chief. There was a dog god statue on top, too. You could have just lifted up.
There's the sides.
It's Gonta, then. Gonta's the killer.
When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded.
I bet. Yeah. Dumbass. I wasn't falling for that. This stupid kid.
Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror?
No. I was actually kind of
What are you
glad,
doing?
but I knew it was a lie.
Oh?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, it's just real blood.
Why?
Can you not talk like that? Okay, so what are you doing?
I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through a floorboard.
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
Good.
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I guess there was no cross space supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. What bad luck.
I see.
The crosspiece was gone? What does that mean?
I don't know. Somebody was pulling a prank. It was an epic prank.
Epic prank. Get pranked.
Confidence.
Brr, brr, brr.
Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game.
Well,
I don't know, nothing can drain the life out of a person quite like a gacha game.
yeah, I was about to
I mean,
say.
if it doesn't drain your life, it drains your money.
It does
Well,
both.
same thing.
The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up.
Oh.
Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something.
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the science again, so I brought this document with me.
The science.
But unfortunately,
Man.
I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the science as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle in the same exact way as in this picture.
Kiwi's
I don't know
reading
how to
comprehension
say.
is in
Flawless.
it's interesting for sure.
The science man.
That's how you say science. Seance.
Seance. Science man. Hey everybody, it's Zero, everyone's favorite science man.
Hello, right now.
It's my alternate outfit.
Yeah.
Kokichi?
Kiwi.
Not only that, he used these same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. I want to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. At the class trial, so see you there.
Kokichi left. The blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit.
Good. Bloody Kokichi.
Oh, that's good too.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? You want to die?
What a soon. Alright. Can I
Kiwi can't
not
use
go
her accent to
investigate the
explain
room?
away all her pronunciation issues.
Damn.
Sometimes it's just Kiwi.
All
I
accent?
can't
No, it's
say
not all accent.
suspicious. I can't say suspicious. I can't pronounce the R's. It's all my accent's
Look,
fault. not
pronunciation
mine.
is one thing. Like, not actually being able to read it is another.
I'm not English speaking.
Anything else on these floors? No. Nobody trying to stop us. No dead Kokichi again. I'm actually kind of curious to go and look through some playthroughs of people reacting to that moment, because I was like, yeah, no, he's joking. But I wonder if people fell for that.
I mean, it's also because Monokuma told you that there could only be 2 deaths per trial, so... Kokichi
A lot of people are more surprised than you are, but I don't think anyone really believed it. It also reveals it pretty quick, but...
I see.
My goodness. My sister was once a child, that's what she said.
Oh dear.
It would appear we all have gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us. Yeah, Korikiyo. That's how killing games work.
That's how it works, yeah.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
It depends on how you look at it. There's less options, so even if we did a random guess, we would likely land on the correct person
Your
more.
odds do go up, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh,
It's
don't
like in
worry,
Among
I'm
Us when there's
sure-
only 3 like people left and 1 killer, and they all just stick together. And you're like, well, fuck.
Well,
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah. Gonta, do his best to help. I want you to graduate from super idiotic level to at least Kaito idiot level.
hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
Yeah, more importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now after kill. I mean, but wow, Maki Roll sure just packed a
I
punch.
don't know.
It's your fault.
Oblivion, you there? You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
Where have you been, Mr. Oblivion?
I overslept.
I'll be right
I
back
have
now.
alarms, and I slept
have to go to the
into
bathroom.
one of them.
That being
That's
said,
how bad it was.
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power.
But
Please don't.
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua. Considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
He should never replied on the tool in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in a god, especially a Tua.
I also,
So what? Robots can believe in God.
indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience.
Oh my god, what is this going to be?
Hearing voices, I mean.
There you go.
You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in
Got
trouble.
a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
Yo, what's up, T-Boy? Came to say hi before work. Well, have a great rest of your work day. And thank you for stopping by.
Good
Jeez.
luck. Yeah, the trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
I can't even with
He's
this
still on
man.
this
Oh, right
cloud
already.
shit. No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way. It's plain to see.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
What should I say?
You know.
You're a coward, Kaito.
Exactly. He's a coward. I would never be scared. Let's
Here's for
Monokuma.
cowards.
each other.
Who thinks of these? We're just gonna have buff Monokuma. Just crush.
As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence.
Who do you think the killer is, Oblivion?
As soon as we remaining survivors stepped on board,
Who died first? It was Angie, right?
Angie,
Angie died,
Tenko?
and then Tenko. Kokichi died third.
we just said
Still there. What do you
perhaps because there are fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster.
If you go back in the stream, Kokichi was lying dead on the floor with blood on his head, but then he just like got up and said, "Hey,
got
hey, it was a trick."
It's stupid.
They played the whole like death like animation though.
Yeah.
What the hell? Monokuma's dumb.
And so we fell faster and faster downward into the black.
So I Monokuma's based.
The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors partly sparted.
The door's
It's on us from the other side of the bright light of our future. I can't be poetic. I'm literally allergic. Or is it?
What?
Even when given the full, like, just script to be poetic, can't even do it.
Nope. Impossible.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now.
Don't say it. They look depressed. You'll make more of them sad.
He's a robot. More than the others. As much as I'd like to keep hearing this adorable back and forth,
now then,
let's hurry up and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content.
The third class trial is about to begin. Angie Yanaga, the ultimate artist. She created the ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. And then Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master.
Aikido?
She hated men. I don't know why I said it like that. She hated
Aikido.
men. But I knew that she hated this terrible killing
Nya
game
Aikido.
more. Aikido. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them?
Kaito.
Was it one person?
Everybody over here is still alive.
Two different people?
3 different people? Oh.
We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it.
He's about to throw
I will
hands, people.
fight with truth and lies in this class trial.
Oh. He's about to throw truths and lie.
I like in stream because Silver's not here. Oblivion looks like he's been segregated from us.
How it always is.
Oh my god, I have no idea what's going on! Okay.
Run us through what's going on in your head. What are you thinking?
I want it to be Kaito so bad.
It's not. You want me to tell you why? You know
Why?
those opening scenes where it has the people like create a red? Kaito's on one with 2 people. And there's an entire page of 5. So it has to be one of the 5. I feel like they can't just go another trial without taking one person out from there.
That's metagaming.
It cannot be Kyo. I refuse. I want to voice this
Bro.
man.
I feel like it's him or Samugi. I'm gonna be honest.
No, we can't lose Samugi. It's plain to see. Samugi hasn't even done anything yet. Oh man. I don't have any of this. Okay, I'm gonna
Because
just
if we
check.
think back to the last stream, Serbi fucked up this entire chapter, leaving me with 3 people, Silver with 1.
That's an even worse metagaming.
I just got back 1 or 2 or 2.
Stopped his train of thought.
No train of thought was put into this chapter.
I thought a lot about these selections. Some mistakes were made. We can move on.
What other evidence did I miss that got added?
Oh, you probably. Yeah. You probably missed everything about Tenko, so I can go through that real quick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there's Bloody Kokichi.
So he's the boy.
Alright.
We saw Kiva's flashlight function last time.
Yeah, we did. Wooden statue that was put on top of the iron cage during the seance. It weighs about 175 pounds. Shuichi, Kokichi, Kyo, and Himiko work together to put it up and remove it from the cage.
Shuichi says it weighs the weight of 2 girls.
I'm
Yes.
wondering, like, will I get a reality check if I Google my weight in pounds?
Do it.
The sheet that was over the
I
iron
don't know
cage
if
during
that
the
you're the
seance.
average weight.
I'm 119 pounds, apparently.
About
Yeah.
2 girls. Yeah.
quite.
It's very thick and cannot be seen through. There's blood on the back, around the middle of the sheet, but there is no hole in the fabric. Kyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. Which is, leading to me to believe that the attack came from underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Tenko died in a crouched position.
Hole there.
What do you mean a gaping hole? Nothing could have happened because of that hole. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. So, for whatever reason, she has an injury on the back of her neck, even though she was supposed to be crouching down, and her face
They
on the
probably
floor
came up and like went down on the back.
went
Came
down
up
on
and
her.
went down.
Yeah.
Then
it's
why
like-
is there a blood splatter here on the back of the white sheet? Is it like from the recoil? Splatter?
Since it splattered up.
Okay.
My knife is so powerful it has recoil.
Yes.
That's what's up.
The loose floorboard right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. There was dried blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. So if it was not loose before the seance, then that must mean that they used the time while we were singing the song to cut the board.
To loosen it. Mm-hmm.
Dried blood on the bottom part of the floorboard, which was not where Tenko's blood was dripping from. Interesting. I don't know what to think about that one yet. We certainly had a joke about that, but we're not going to mention it.
No joke.
The stone that was by Tenko's body during the seance, Tenko had been crashed over in the iron cage with her forehead on this stone. Don't know if she left though. The iron cage that Tenko was in during the seance, it was around 3 feet high, 5 feet wide. Shuichi and Kokichi placed this over Tenko and Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage.
Oh, yeah, if that's 3 feet high, 3 feet and 5 feet wide, that's plenty of space for someone to come up inside.
I see. I don't really understand measurements because that's not enough for me. I couldn't do that.
No, yeah, don't worry about it. just take kiwi, layer on the floor, and that's about the diameter of the thing. And then just take a little bit over half of kiwi, and then that's the height.
I feel incredibly attacked right now for no reason.
Actually, you know what? Just take half of me. That's because I'm
3
nearly
feet
6
is
foot.
just shy of 1 meter.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah,
Translators are definitely Americans. Goddamn.
they are.
Yeah.
A hole that was in the corner of the room the seance was held in. There's space under the floor so you can see what was dropped there. A magic circle that was drawn with salt. It was drawn on the floor of the room where the seance was held. After Tenko's body was found, the magic circle was trampled on. That made it impossible to check the original shape.
Since Oblivion sang the like "Look at my horse" when we were playing Power World, that song has been stuck in my head. And then when we first said "hole," it's converted in my head to "Look at my hole." Looks amazing.
What the hell?
Even I'm mad, but I can't get it out of my head.
I don't know what
Give it a
you're
lick.
talking about.
No.
Wait a minute.
Circle drawn.
What I'm looking at right now is the potential where, because down here we have one of the cross pieces that support the loose floorboard in the room that seance was held in. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. It wasn't broken naturally. It looked like someone had purposely cut it. And then here, like, if you wanted to walk into the middle of the circle, you would come from the opposite side of that cut. Meaning, potentially, Korikyo intentionally drew it that way to be facing on this side. Right? So nobody would walk over the cut floorboard and end up noticing that it was loose, potentially? I don't know. Just random thought to throw out there. It's like, why is this a piece of evidence? During the seance, there was a loud sound while it was completely dark. Well, we don't really know what the sound was. It was just a loud crashing sound. It must have been the wind. Small amount of blood that was on the ground under the floor of the room the seance was held in. It was quite far from where Tenko's blood was dripping. It was also dried blood as well. So, I don't know. I don't think it came from Tenko. Did it?
No. Impossible.
Wouldn't have tried that quick.
The sickle that was under the floor of the room the seance was held in, the weapon came from the ultimate assassin's lab. The blade was about 6 inches and the blood was still wet. So the sickle is the murder weapon, very likely. And there it is. While Kokichi was investigating the neighboring room from where the seance was held, he had stepped through one of the floorboards. That room also had a part of a crosspiece cut off, the portion that supported the floorboard. This maybe suggests that the killer did every room, like all 3 rooms, just in case, to make sure that like the right room
One of them
had
was
it.
used.
Yeah, because we randomly selected a room. But how does that help us catch the killer? Alright. I guess we'll fail, and then we'll try again. Change difficulty.
It's right to 0. You don't have to fail.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the
Class
trial,
trial?
you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it.
Who done it?
Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your
Oh
death.
no.
So you better vote for someone.
You
Now,
always rolls
smiles,
ones.
everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
You never are.
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Weirdos.
Who did it? Who
Oh
killed
shit.
Angie and Tenko?
Himiko,
Upsetty.
cast your spell and find out.
Do not let your
Right?
emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
Says the killer.
Our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Why did you say it like that?
What do you mean?
What if
Tenko?
Tenko
Yeah.
killed Angie, then somebody killed Tenko? Oh my god!
The transfer student.
Oh my god.
Oh. Mukuro Ikusaba! It makes sense!
Maybe a resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
I believe Samuki.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Something.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit?
Yes.
Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here.
Like, you can straight out ask Monokuma.
Monokuma wouldn't give you the
This crime was committed.
answer.
Alright, give me a quick second here. I need to relearn how to play the game. Silencer. Confirm.
So long
Truth
if he tries, I guess
bullet,
he was fine.
shoot. Okay. Concentrate RB. Cool.
By the recently deceased.
Ah.
They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No! So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
This isn't about believing and reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. Were all those testimonies or statements correct? I don't know
Did
why I
she-
said testimonies.
This crime was committed by
Did
the
she say she was
recently
bringing back
deceased.
Rantaro?
She said she
Came back
wanted
to
to.
life
Yeah.
and killed 2 of our classmates.
I don't remember her saying that.
No!
Then again, it could have been like part. I missed.
So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she
Come
was
on,
gonna
Zero,
bring
think.
Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Wait, can I look at my truth bullets?
Please, stop it!
Wait, give me a second. Is there select truth bullet, confirm, shoot, confirm? I think it might be the Necronomicon. Isn't the Necronomicon supposed to be like sacrificed in order to revive? So technically speaking, the
Yep.
whatever ritual couldn't have been, yeah. So
This crime was committed
hit
by the recently deceased. They
I
came
hit
back to
Gonta's
life
statement
and
maybe
killed
with
2 of
this.
our classmates.
No!
It's a good no.
There it is.
That's wrong!
No, it couldn't.
Right in the V.
Kind of.
You know, when you said V, I thought about
I don't
something
think
else.
Angie's ritual succeeded.
V? I thought of the guy from Devil May Cry. I don't know what you guys are thinking about.
That's what I thought of too.
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
I thought about V from Mystic
you have to burn the
Messenger.
Necronomicon in the ritual.
V?
Mm-hmm.
Sir?
I just not remember Mystic Messenger.
Probably not.
Yes.
My brain only has room for 707.
Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide.
Stupid blue-haired guy. I hated him.
Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Good job, Gonta.
I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
And he's like, bring in Rantaro!
Let that comment stand.
Oh,
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life,
but what if they were never
but it's
dead?
easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about?
Hold
There's
on
no
about
way
that.
that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
There's probably a
glad I don't have to
caveat
read
to
that.
that.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
He's still alive, though.
Monodum is still alive, though.
Bring back Mono Kid.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Monotaro's dying next.
He is.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
I love this sprite.
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit,
Oh,
then
no.
blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
You already know.
Right?
I'll
Raise
handle
your
this.
hand.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
No, it wasn't me! It wasn't me!
Yo.
Why?
Oh my.
Play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Creep show?
Creep show.
I'm not creepy.
Q is very
Dang.
creepy.
You're saying you are.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Oh, that's
And
her
it was
reasoning,
found
bro.
in Kyo's research lab,
Yeah.
which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could
Automatically.
have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
What is Samugi's
I did
account?
not care.
Ah, here we go. Angie had locked herself in the Ultimate Artist Lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the Student Council asked her to. The Student Council members were Gonta, Gibo, Yumiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Probably this, maybe? So, because Kyo is not a part of this.
So he couldn't have gone
About some
inside anyway.
katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
Oh,
You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
broke in.
Yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
Me is fucking funny.
Is Corey Q really the culprit? Does that story fit the facts of this case? I should think about it from the beginning.
The culprit used a
They're one of us
katana to
a lot.
kill Angie,
Front door on
and it was
Both of
found
the doors
in
were
Kyo's
locked.
research lab,
Yeah.
which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that
Yeah, he
rusty
proves it
katana
himself
was
here.
the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just
No,
admit
you
it,
cared
you
about it.
shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke.
There it is.
That'd be funny if you missed.
Yeah, don't worry, I will.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
But
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
No, I don't think it's good.
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Aww. Thanks, Miyu.
Oh, how clever.
Oh my god, Gonta!
He's falling for it.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
Thank you, Tsumugi.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Tenko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
No.
Yeah,
I don't trust any friendship here.
I trust you.
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
The way he says it.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Aw, shit.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations
Only
just
for
a
his
tad too
wife,
hasty?
Miyu.
Yo, what's up, Shovel?
Hello, Shovel.
The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
That's your defense,
Hey,
Tsumugi?
stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Oh my god, Gonta.
Torture might
Alright,
be a
Kiwi,
bit
go
too
for
far,
it.
but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And
I love
I'm
how
not the
Gonta and
culprit
I
either.
don't fit in
Jeez.
personalities at all. I think you guys would be the first ones to throw me under the bus and vote for me.
If someone in our group died and we had to figure out one of us who did it, it would be Q.
It would.
No, Kiwi gentleman.
You
Gentlemen
must consider other
people.
possibilities.
Simple one?
Kiwi, true gentleman.
I forget
We
exactly
all
how
know
these
I'm a
ones
man,
work.
Oblivion.
Concentrate. Okay. It's
Surely
the
there must
same.
be suspects
This is
outside
not
the
be
station.
just one.
Student council.
What did you say to me?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door.
Friends.
Why?
Only
Much
student
better
council
than
members
being
had
out too late
access.
at night.
Marcus trying to
I didn't know
play
robots
on
told
Tenko.
such boring lies.
But it's definitely not me.
I kind of like these segments. I think they're funny.
Gonta's talking about a bug.
There are several suspicious statements, but one obvious inconsistency. Right, Zero?
No,
I'll listen
I
carefully
didn't see
to
it.
the statements in my head and the answer.
Just tried so hard to focus on one thing, but I couldn't.
You must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student.
That's utterly impossible.
For last night.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door.
Friends.
Why?
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members had
out too late
access.
at night.
Only student council members have
I
access?
didn't know robots told such boring lies.
But it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Bro. Snovers, relax.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council!
And do you have
utterly
an
impossible.
alibi for last night?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open that
culprit.
door.
Friends.
Not just
Only
anyone.
student council members.
Ah, I missed!
Bro.
Yay! You still got it.
You did it!
You got it on the reload.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
Imagine Zero.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the
Look
door,
out, I'm
Shuichi?
reloading!
You see those clips of like people just shooting everything except the other person? Like both of them just shooting everything around them. Just reloading awkwardly? Yeah, that would be me.
That's me playing
Unless you're a student
Valorant.
council
You'll
member,
miss so
you
bad
can't
you make a
enter
silhouette of
Angie's
them.
lab, Right?
Dude. Honestly, maybe like playing like that would make me go viral. You never know, man. Oh no.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Aw, shit.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock.
Click, clack.
There, open says me.
Clickety clack. I was trying to sing
that
Ryuki's
happened?
song,
I totally
but I
know.
forgot the lyrics.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
I don't know. My socks in a sack. Some German soup sock song. Something like that.
Yeah.
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Shut the fuck up, Kokichi. I
That's
wish
how
it
know
was
it's
you, but it's
him.
not you.
That's how you know it's not him. Let's go, Kokichi.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
Wham!
Oh, nope, he's
The
already gone.
culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
It is.
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
Yes.
No.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying.
These people
I'm
don't
certain of
understand Kokichi's madness.
Likes to do a little trolling. He does it every now and
No,
then.
definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
No.
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No. The other door.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
That was a question that we asked, actually.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
A
Yeah,
hanging
Mumbles.
katana.
Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
Oh.
There were
Zero?
2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
Back door.
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back
The
door had a
back
sliding
rooms.
lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a
Magic.
certain tool.
Never mind.
Waiting for that whole zoom in.
Hey.
No.
We're gaming. Are we?
This minigame is so hard. Never will solve it.
I have only 5 minutes. No!
Underground.
Oh, there's a hidden Monokuma there. Do I just grab that?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's one in every trial.
Well, we missed a bunch.
We missed two.
I think you saw it in the last one, you just didn't get it.
I see.
It was in the car minigame, I think.
What is this, by the way?
Just sheath.
Kind of. Oh, I see. Well, I'll do this.
I see it.
I see it. A katana.
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 The gold
Hannah Montana
that was
Katana.
stabbed into Coyote's effigy.
I have been American all day today.
No, you haven't.
The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
They opened
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did
I mean, they had to get out
rather
somehow, so
easily.
they opened it. They just closed the door and let it close.
Evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Yo, what's up, Cashew?
Katana.
Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Stop making fun of me.
The gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched
Can
it.
of banana.
Can't
So
can't
that
dish it out,
means
Keely,
the
if you
culprit
can't take it
used the
back.
katana to move the sliding lock, right?
Stop it.
But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And
Why
from
did it stop
outside
it?
Angie's
You
lab.
think it was fucking Nico?
Oh my god. But yeah,
I didn't
Kiwi.
understand what you said.
Oh, the way you just said it is that you said it exactly like Himiko would say it.
Stop it.
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all.
You think?
The katana stabbed into the effigy.
No,
The
perfectly
effigy's
normal.
hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose. What could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of the setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear.
It's obvious. What?
Oh! I remember this from Somnium Files.
This man never knows how to fucking gig.
Oh.
He's trying his best.
In Tion. Leo. What?
No, who?
Get out of the way! Oh my god, did that car just... What the hell did that car do? What, turd?
It turned the handle of the sliding lock.
Wow.
Oh, you almost crashed.
It's time to pick up some girls, Zero. I wish it was Monokumas with dresses on instead of actual women.
The katana's hill.
This is what it's like anytime someone asks me a question. I just start driving in my brain. Don't we all?
Personally, I do Hajime snowboarding, but
Itoka.
Ituka.
Itokata. Turf. Won. Won told the.
What is this?
Turfy.
What was done to make the katana turn? No.
Now here's an interesting question. What was it? 50-50 chance.
The thing you have to choose.
Katana was stabbed into the effigy.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy.
Good.
Yo, it's a good thing Leo's in here. I can just.
Holy night,
This is how
holy
Leo
shit,
picks up chicks.
Imagine being the second chick though. Some dude smacks you with his car and you still get stuck in the back seat.
Right?
Some dude, a high schooler, smacks
No.
you with a car.
No.
Oh, no.
I hit the side of the road.
He can't drive.
This is why we should have taken public transport.
House.
How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock?
The spaghetti, it's going everywhere. Oh no. Is it like Chainsaw Man? They're just full
Spinning
of
it.
like a million intestines.
Nice.
The only
What
organ
they
in the
make
body.
after you hit them.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy.
What?
Yes, sir.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then,
As a kid,
if
we
you
had a
let it
tire
go,
swing that we
the
did
rope
this
would
with. We
unwind,
spun the
and the effigy
tire,
would spin the other way.
and then you just let it spin you around, and then you get sick.
Shit,
So
I did that
that's
one
why
time.
Serby's so special. I see.
And of course, the katana would spin with it.
There's actually a girl at my elementary school who spun around on the swings and had their hands too high, so that whenever it
I see.
looped back around
So the
to
culprit
spin,
used
she
the
got her
katana's
hands caught in
counter
the
spin to
chain.
push the lock into place.
Ooh.
That was bad.
Yeah.
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 So it's just
That
getting
is
wrapped
pretty
around
bad.
the chain, just like
Wait, what happened? I
The
was not
culprit said
paying
you needed to
attention.
spin the effigy's rope. And
So
then
that's
she
what
was
happens when you don't pay attention, Kiwi.
Everybody's talking about a rope swing and just swinging or spinning around in it. And I was talking about how an elementary school girl did the same thing, but since the swings had chain on them, she had her hands in it, and then it got wrapped around in it.
Ew.
This would cause the spinning katana to hit the
Disgusting.
sliding
If I knew
lock,
that'd be the reaction, I wouldn't have said it again.
Honestly.
and thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
I mean, do you want me to say oof instead?
Oof, rip bozo.
That's what Zero and Kirby did. That's what they did.
by
The
using the,
amount of
effigy
pain
with a
you'd be in.
katana.
Yeah.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
It could.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock,
I didn't think
it
if
would
it
have slid
slid
into
so
position.
easily. You couldn't just like shake the doorknob a whole bunch and eventually it'd unlock.
This is Danganronpa. Stop questioning it.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Always has been.
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock
Stop
closed.
applying logic to our anime, Serbi.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Yeah! Tell him off, Miyu.
Cough it up, Kokichi! Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time,
I
right?
love this dude.
Kimiko's about to, like, shank him right now.
His
wanna
voice
say I'm
actor
lying,
is such a good
but I'm
job.
not.
I love it.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Shuichi, what the fuck?
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
I see. That's unfortunate. Well, feels bad, man. Feels bad.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh my god!
Yo!
Dumpster! Finally! Someone finally...
What? You wanted this?
Dumpster!
I can't. Leo! Come pick up your girl! She needs help! Serious help!
Yeah.
What
This is why
should
Maki's
we
better.
talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry.
Or Kokichi.
Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi,
5.
Gonta, Kibo,
No,
and Kokichi.
Himiko would never murder her best friend. I know this.
Kiwi's voicing Himiko. Himiko can do anything.
That's the
She's also part of
fucking
student council.
magic.
Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Oh my
Kibo's
god.
like, I got the clips! I got the clips!
Of course, it's over fucking
That's just a
recording.
waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I never kill Angie!
Okay, she didn't do it.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
New show. New show.
I love Kokichi so much.
Can't wait to see Bad Cat's reaction to Suspect Rangers next season. Damn.
Suspect Rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
I'll throw it on the list. Cool beats, got you.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
No, Gonta.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Sure, keep it.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What is this man? Oh, I hate him so much, but I can't. God damn it!
He's doing more than the fucking protagonist.
What do you mean?
Honestly. This is some dumb shit that I would pull. I have you now, Kiwi!
Imagine being
Two victims could have been
Himiko.
killed
She's
by
like
two
upset
separate
that
murderers,
both
you
of her
know.
friends are dead. She's trying to solve the case. I've got you exactly where I want you.
Oh god.
Nibby dies
So
in
we
the
need to find
Danganronpa
the
time.
first blackened
Thing, and I'm like,
responsible
why
for
did
the
Nibby
first
have
victim.
to die? And then Jason just cuts me off.
And then we just get Silver's recording feature.
Silver just shares the clip of you and Nivy killing everybody else in Lethal Company. They were clearly psychotic.
No.
No, it would be Nivy, I, and Rel just together.
Every time I catch any of this game, I'm shocked that Kokichi dude is still alive.
Bro, Kokichi is dying. The only way he's dying is someone kills him. He
I
ain't
mean-
killing anyone.
If he's gonna die near the end, and it's gonna be like the hardest case to solve, probably, in a similar fashion as to a certain Nagito that appeared in
Who is
Danganronpa.
Nagito? I only know Nagito.
Nagito, Komoeda.
Yeah.
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 We gotta figure out who killed Angie.
Tomato.
Komoeda.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko.
Say it
Himiko
with more
knows Tenko
passion.
killed Angie.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her?
I mean, Himiko, if you really want to min-max our time here, we probably should ignore Tenko, but I get you.
Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Damn!
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
That's me, 100%.
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
I mean, yeah, Chris, it is true. Like, things weren't going very well between the two at the time. But, it immediately changed and it raised a massive death plague for Tenko right at that moment. Like, almost everybody should have seen that coming, right?
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
What the fuck? I wasn't expecting Kaito to be the one to cut her off.
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito! Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is... Death Curse!
Hey, yo.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Yes, Logic 100 to Mugi. Yes!
All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so
Silver.
we can keep going and live on.
It was Kibo.
No.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Like, I have no idea whether Kokichi is just dumb or very smart.
Let us talk about Tenko's case
I want to think
then.
he's five-heading this.
Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Like, manipulating everybody to get mad at him in order to motivate them to go a certain way, but then maybe potentially sometimes saying something, like actually accusing someone, but then turning it around in his favor to make it look like he was actually trying to convince people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Either way,
maybe.
he's good at playing them all. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But what was that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
No.
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Ten crotch?
Nah.
Tancrotch!
The people who attended the seance.
It's science, Ruby.
The science.
Is this right? Shuichi, Himiko, Kibo? Nope.
What was the first one?
The first one.
That one had Kibo.
Forced to go, and then you threw me out. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
No, Mio.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Should he be the least likely culprit?
Himiko's super sus.
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really... Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
It wasn't me.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Ah, shit.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
The middle room. The middle room always best for stuff like this.
Very well. I shall begin the preparations at once. And this is where we'll probably use the fact that the other rooms also had the cutting board. The small cross-section cut off. So it was just... No matter which room you picked, it could have done the same thing.
Right.
Probably.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
A point of entry from outside. He must be referring to...
Huh?
There!
There! You can have the most fun in empty rooms?
Under the floor, right?
I'm sure you would, Arthur. Also, welcome to stream.
Huh? Under the floor?
I don't understand what that means.
Under the sea.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Oh shit. Is Zero gonna cook?
My god. I know it.
The culprit
Alright, before we
sneaked
get to
in during
who
the
is it?
seance. By crawling
It's
under
not,
the floor.
it's you, Oblivion. It's Kaito.
Black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had...
Are you suggesting it's Kibo? I let the shot too far! Oh, never mind. That actually did hit.
I don't know how.
Or are you denying my entire theory? Either way, your evidence is lacking.
Oh no!
I should probably listen to the
The
entire thing
culprit
first.
sneaked in during the seance. By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Ah.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
So you shot
Kibo
Kyo's
could
remark
have
like
used
you
that
were
function
agreeing
to
with
get
it,
under
but
the-
it was a disagree point.
And sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second. He used
I
his
didn't
robot
understand what you said,
functions to
Serby. I'm
commit the
trying to
murders.
listen.
Hold on a second.
Silver trying to get any word in.
It's true that with a little light, you can move around under the floor. But is that possible?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even
What
see
did
if they
you
were under
say?
the floor?
I forgot.
Because it wasn't
What?
dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
So there's that one.
Light? You
There's
mean
1, 2,
candle?
3. This one.
I mean,
And then
Kibo's
there's
flashlight
another
function.
disagree in Miu's.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
Space under the floor so you can see what was dropped there. What were the other ones? Kibo's flashlight function. Function that Miu had added to Kibo, he can emit a blinding light from his eyes. In order to perform the case trial, you need 5 people, including a spirit medium and a dark place with no light. Draw the magic circle, pass down on the ground, spirit medium is placed at forehead. Let's do this at the center.
Maybe the light's so bright it would have been seen through that hole that led under the floor.
Maybe it's this line, finally turn off all the lights to make it completely dark. If Kibo had used his function, it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't
dark.
be dark.
Yeah. Maybe? I mean, that's my current line of reasoning. I guess I'll just try another shot, and if it fails, then we're screwed. Which one do you think? Do I disagree with me, I guess?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. By
A little
crawling
stuck on this
under
one.
the floor.
Oh no.
But it was pitch black.
What the loose floorboard? It was not loose before the seance, it was dry blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. I don't think this is for this one.
During the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
I can give a hint if you need it.
You see, our villain
Oh,
had
if
a
we don't get it on this try, then
Light?
I'll ask for a
You mean
hint.
candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Oh, are you supposed to
Now,
absorb
hold
candle
on a
and
second.
agree or disagree with
Kibo could have
Kibo
used
for
that
the light
function to
function?
get under the floor.
I don't know. Nope. There's enough room for one person to move around, so say like keep a
Because
flashlight.
technically, you would be disagreeing with Kiyo's statement if you had the candle.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Maybe. How do I absorb
by
again?
crawling under the floor.
I don't think you can in this.
Oh, we have the light function too. Well,
Oh.
I forgot about that.
Because it
To be
wasn't
honest,
dark under the floor.
didn't even know the thing.
You
All
see,
right,
our
Serby.
villain had a light.
Light?
There's a
You mean
reason
candle?
why the light wouldn't work. Regardless of the light source. Whether it's a candle or a Kibo.
A reason why the light wouldn't work. I mean, would it shine through the hole in the corner? Is that what we're trying to get at here?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
Nope.
Wrong spot.
Because in very Kiyo's.
Oh
The
god,
culprit
we're losing a
sneaked
lot
in
of
was
during
right.
the
It
seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, had a light.
That's wrong.
Use that big smooth brain cell, yes.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used,
I just don't know the
it would
evidence
have
well
leaked
enough.
through and we would have seen it.
I got it right, but I just don't know the evidence well enough to fucking
But
pick the right
when we
answer.
did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
He would have definitely
Jeez,
lit up that
here
room
I
for
thought
me.
this would be the case where the
Yeah.
murder could only be done by a robot.
You have
But the
accused
candle
me
you
of
see,
being the
like, motherfucker.
culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
Well, technically speaking, you can perform less than human feats, actually.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Yeah. See? Point proven.
That's so sad.
All right, you made your point. God,
Literally
now
so.
I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Not with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
I love how he
Then why was
flashbangs
floorboard
you.
under Tenko
Every
lined
time
up
he
funny?
disagrees.
The flashlight was too much power for this
Going
little
to think
robot.
that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Please say yes.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
I noticed Tinko with glowing paint and looked for that.
I'm going to still
That'd let the
precious.
culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah.
So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
What?
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
That's stupid.
Oh, God. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Unpossible.
She wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
What are you talking about, me?
The fuck should I know?
She
You
was like,
figure it out,
"Excuse me?"
shitheads. Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think!
Think about my alternate theory for me. Oh my
Wanna
God.
make my golden brain tingle? Start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Yo.
Okay.
When Tenko got
Oh.
killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
What?
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
Wait,
So
is Mia the
fast,
ultimate
no one
engineer?
saw.
Inventor.
Inventor.
Oh my!
Yeah,
So
Cassie
who
was
lifted the
asking me, I
cage?
remember the exact name.
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit!
There's no doubt!
Tenko not being killed during the seance. That might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got
The iron cage Tenko was in during the seance. It is around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. Shibuchi Kokichi places over Tenko and Himiko remove it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. So there's this, and there's also the white sheet. He always wanted to place the sheet over the cage, removed out the cage. There's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there's no hole in the fabric. Either of these could be used to prove that she was stabbed while she was underneath the cage. Which one would be the one that they want? I think they were talking about removing the cage as well during the debate, so maybe it's the iron cage?
Well, okay, so they're suggesting that Himiko did it, right, when she lifted up the cage, at which
is it
point
blood?
Kyo has already removed the white cloth. Therefore, the blood couldn't have gotten on the white cloth if she had done it at that point.
Okay.
killed, it
I
wasn't
don't know
during
why I
the
just
seance.
gave you the answer. We're gonna pretend that
It
didn't
could not
happen and
have been
move on.
done at any other time.
No, it's better this way. I'm very
She was under
sleepy
the
right
cage the
now.
whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
You
Don't
did get
worry
to
about it,
halftime at the
Jeremy.
very
What about
least so I can
moment
go to
cage was
bed.
lifted?
There? Maybe. No.
Just a claw.
Got to think that only possible she was killed after seance. I'll let you know reason why. We're gonna die, boys.
It wasn't during the seance.
The right truth bullet.
It could not have been
Oh,
done
wait, it was the cloth?
any other time.
Yeah.
She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
There it is.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Wrong?
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment
Yeah,
the
I
cage was
100%
lifted.
said raw. Yeah, 100%.
Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
I said wrong.
That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Oh my god, Ryu. You
The
haven't.
only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
Oh, just let me go to bed, Tenko.
It's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Oh well.
That's weird.
Yeah, Tenko's speaking to Ryu right now.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out.
Okay.
Start.
Cut. Confirm. Truth. Okay. Gotcha.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
Ah, come on.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Give myself some time here. Marker stone.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit. And that's none other than Kyo!
No, it wasn't me!
The blade's all you
There's
need.
a hole in me is logic. This is all.
If you stick the
completely
blade through a gap
sound.
in the cage,
No fuzz.
it'd be long
Okay,
enough
so-
to reach Tenko.
Was it? Which
Sitting in
one
there
is
with her
it?
neck
The
all
marker stone?
exposed.
How was
Oh,
she
cut through your
positioned?
words. Wait just a minute.
Now cut through
Tenko
your
wasn't
words.
sitting down inside the cage.
She was kneeling.
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage
Bowing.
itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
I mean, we were all there too.
I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
The Gonta doubling
That's the
down
one
on
that
it.
hurts more.
Impossible
Yeah.
for Tenko
Yeah.
to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Oh shit.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that.
We do know because of UDG that ghosts are canon in the Danganronpa universe.
stop that now.
What is UDG?
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
Wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there,
Okay,
they
now
could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
he's actually stupid.
I can't with this man. Whenever it goes late into the night, I just become so incredibly dumb. But even then, I'm not as dumb as Kaito, alright?
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree with
noticed.
Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
What? But Maki probably means means it in a different way, as in like appearing from beneath the floor, whereas Kaito's like just inside the cage, I would guess.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Are you saying Tenko did
Also,
it?
the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to.
Oh. You really think it was a seppuku? Oh my god. Ah!
Bro, people head in the wrong direction every time.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
No, you can't say that on YouTube. No,
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If
Yeah, she
Tenko
dropped
had
it.
stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Oh!
oh my god.
Oh my god. I can't right now.
Channel a little
That
LSD
explains why
in
the
it.
floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no
Okay,
reason for
Kiwi.
Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off
I
with
mean,
the theory
there's-
I had earlier.
Very good reason.
You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Aw, shit.
Yeah?
No, there he goes.
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Hey Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's
that's it?
frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
Okay, Sakura.
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Aw,
Take us
shit.
down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
This obviously isn't what happened.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
Damn!
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
It's called foreshadowing, Kokichi. Learn it.
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class
I don't think those were
trials is that you
technically her
shouldn't
last
believe
words. I think her last
everything
words are like something like, oh, I don't move from the spot, right?
Yeah. You just write that on her gravestone. I won't move from the spot, right?
Himiko, you said that
Whatever,
Tenko would
yeah.
never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of
Oh
situation?
my god, sorry.
Leave my girl alone, alright, bitch?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Says the naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them.
Huh?
This man's actually done. I want him to die.
Don't blame me.
That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree.
Getting betrayed is a skill issue. Oh no, you picked the wrong friend. It's all your fault. Damn, dude.
No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
I know, right?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Himiko kind of sounds like Gura.
Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
Yeah, kind of.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you
It would be an
insist we
easy
believe in
answer.
Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for
Oh
now,
boy.
I need you to trust in my detective work.
You finally gonna do it? You finally gonna be a detective?
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance.
As a spirit.
She said, see you guys after. And I doubt she got a sudden change of heart.
Also, where
Just
she had
because-
to go before going in there.
Honestly.
I told you, between
Oh.
the cheeks and
Yes.
Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean it was a suicide.
It's funny that you say I told you because Oblivion wasn't there.
So that's true.
I wasn't there.
we shouldn't be satisfied with that. And if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And I don't remember when I say things. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe.
It's okay, Serby. I don't remember half of the evidence I just looked at either now.
Me neither. I only remember who done it.
So far,
okay. I
suicide
know
seems to
what
be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain
Holy
how she died during
guacamole.
the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Secretly blocked the sickle.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Do they?
Where's Mark on the file say?
Only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. You know, there's any to make them think their nay-nay
So
theory
far,
wouldn't work.
suicide seems to be the best explanation.
So wait, we want
Would be the third one.
victim is the ultimate artist. Nope.
Oh, this is Angie's.
This is just here. Oh no, wait. The second victim is the ultimate Aikido master Tenko. Gotta scroll down a little bit. The victim's body was discovered in a vacant room on the 4th floor. The estimated time of death is 11 a.m. The victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. I don't think this is it.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Please, child, Tenko,
So she hid her.
Tenko died in a crouch position. The injury in the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately.
True intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of...
A hole that was in the corner of the room, Sans was held in. There was space under the floor, so you could see what was dropped there.
person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
With the last of her strength.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down.
That would be agreeing,
with
though.
So she hid her true intentions.
Only if you tell the truth.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
Oh.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
There we go.
I'll reveal
Thank you, Serby. That was gonna take us a while. The lying mechanic, I always forget about
wouldn't
it.
have thrown the sickle under the floor.
The audio is your cue there that you can.
Audio cue?
The music changes.
Because she died instantly.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Instantly?
Maki's looking at you like, no, dude, we talked about this.
Maki?
Oh. Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Yep, that's it.
I'm
Thank
certain
you.
of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
Oh
As an
my.
assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
I don't think you believe us at all.
Thank you,
How could
Maki.
you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
This motherfucker.
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tanko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tanko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tanko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
I mean, there was really just a teeny tiny thing that happened.
If you know something, please speak
It was
up.
probably the wind.
It could be the key to solving this mystery.
It's the clap of Shuichi's ass cheeks. Not a
I
bad
think
idea. We
Shuichi
should
has
remember what
ass.
happened at the seance.
There's the clap of Tenko's ass cheek. She pulled out the sickle.
Yeah, I don't think that Shuichi has enough ass to clap
Oh my
his cheek.
god. We haven't yet, Cashew. We haven't.
Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something.
What could it be?
I need some kind of clue that will help us solve this mystery.
Some sort of clue. Was it a whisper? In the darkness.
It was going to passing gas in the other room.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is
I hate
something
that.
bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How
It'd
utterly
be on that one.
strange.
You agree?
That
with
one's
that?
an agree though.
Oh yeah,
While we
yeah,
were all singing the song,
for the colors
I heard something
are
fall.
significant.
Nice. You get better.
Well, I will get worse on the next one. Don't worry.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you
Tanko
heard,
was
right?
clapping her own ass cheeks.
Angie was
That was
doing
the sound of Angie entering Tanko right before she died.
Entering Tanko, that's a very loud. Well,
It sounded
No.
like something heavy fell
sorry.
down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
The floorboard.
Fallen down?
well,
There wasn't
that's
anything on the
very
ceiling
true.
that could
Oh,
have
it
fallen
does
down,
support.
right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound like something hitting the floorboards. Maybe that sound has something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark.
Bloody Kokichi. Frost piece under the floor, maybe? Nope. Ah. I am a fraud, though. Wait, is it just this? What? What caused the sound that was heard during the seance? Was it the dog?
The sound during
actually?
the seance. No.
The loose floorboard?
This is it!
Yeah.
This is it.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
I'm sorry. That's true. There would have been, there would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with
Impossible.
that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Oh boy. How many non-stop debates have there been? Please, just let me go.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging
You
from the
already
sound,
know.
there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make
Yo,
such a loud
why did
crashing
it just go
sound.
up like that?
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Oh, probably that.
The floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and balls are the best of friends?
It's this one.
Character verb. What would have made a strong enough impact? Yeah.
So what
All
made
right.
the floorboard come loose?
It's probably that.
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up
Just
with
stood
such
up.
might.
But we already said there was no one under the
I
floor.
love the way they animate the words in this
Someone
game.
must have stomped through.
It's so funny.
I agree.
Okay.
Oh, he looks so happy.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After
Mysterious.
examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
You think?
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by
Why
cutting
would
the
they do
cross
that?
piece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question.
Killing Tenko.
To solve this
Yeah.
case, I need to think carefully about the crosspiece and the floorboard.
I mean, ultimately, it serves that purpose.
Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard. And the crosspiece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. And the unsupported part was outside of the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the cross pieces was cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko. The other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Think, come on, think!
Oh no!
It is time to spell.
What word?
People, I think this is the Hangman's Gambit people struggle the most with. This one and Roleplay. But you know, Roleplay just fine. Not to the sea. It wasn't me, I didn't do it.
Separate. No, separate.
Oh, that was also an A. Seth.
Sephiroth.
Oh my god. Another E?
Oh.
Another S?
Seesaw. Oh, seesaw.
Seesaw what?
It's you saw the floorboard, but floorboard doesn't fit there. I'm trying to think of what.
What is the seesaw?
It's not Tenko. We're gonna die.
Do you want the word? I can just tell you.
Yeah, honestly.
It's effect.
Oh my god, what?
I think that one to the right is enough.
Fuck. What a strange
I like the
Hangman's
noise it makes
Gambit.
when it
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
I mean, if it was a Hangman's Gambit for Seesaw, then yeah, maybe. But why Seesaw effect?
Because that's what the effect you're causing is.
Seesaw?
It's like a seesaw. It's not an
Then
actual
just say seesaw.
but you're
That's a
causing
Hangman's
the
Gambit.
effect of a seesaw. I know.
The cross
I agree
piece
that
at
that's a
one end of the
difficult one.
floorboard had been cut off.
But the wording isn't wrong. It is a seesaw effect.
The other two cross pieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no cross piece, the next cross piece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever.
Getting
A
fancy
lever
out here.
capable of lifting up Tenko's
Fulcrum.
entire body.
Her whole body lifted up.
The loud crash was Tenko's head smacking into the cage.
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the other.
Serb is disappearing under the water.
Serb is underwater.
No, no.
Please save him.
The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw,
Then Tenko would just
Stepped on
die.
the seesaw. Must have been a
Tenko's
heavy
body would have
motherfucker.
shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
It was definitely
Yeah.
Kokichi.
Wouldn't take that much actually to leverage it.
She was bent
That's
over,
what seesaws do.
meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
You know what that means, Zero?
No, it doesn't mean.
It's crazy. It would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
It means nothing. I don't even know why we're going down this line of questioning.
Stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Oh, thank you. I mean, wasn't me.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
Oh shit.
It was you, wasn't
What's
it?
up?
The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because she selected the middle room.
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be
See?
prepared beforehand.
It wasn't me.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
My plan was perfect. I mean, Himiko's plan was perfect. However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
I would never kill anybody. The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Me neither. I would never kill anyone.
Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You
Somehow.
were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
Shadow Himiko.
Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
I
All
would
according
never
to
kill
King
my
Kong.
lesbian best friend.
Himiko did such a thing?
Yes.
In the end,
I love
Himiko,
lesbians.
who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait, we don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill
Music could
Tenko?
Oh, never mind.
Killed Tenko?
Oh my god, Himiko's getting gaslit.
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel.
Please tell me. Please tell me it's halftime. Yes! Let's go! We made it!
He gets to go to sleep.
Actually, I'll probably stay awake for Leo's 1-year anniversary.
Oh
All
no.
Yeah, it's happening like an hour 20.
Oh shoot.
Gonna
So,
be there for Leo's 1-year anniversary.
alright, my dudes. Damn. It looks like I might lose Korikyo here, but it also depends on how the first murder goes, because it's first come, first serve, right? So does Korikyo just get away with murder here? Maybe?
I mean, that's if nobody else killed Angie but Tenko, because then Tenko would have died, and so it would go to Korikyo.
Yeah.
You know, Monaco
Well-
has to kill someone.
So Korikyo's
And so
got to
if-
hope to
if the
God that
first
wasn't
person's
Tenko.
If the first
Yeah.
person's already dead, then it goes to the second person who killed.
Oh, jeez. Actually, then never mind. It's very likely that Tenko was the one who killed Angie. Especially with, like, the argument that they were having, like, trying to free Himiko from Anji's grasp, too.
And she could have also gotten in the room, which they still never.
Yeah.
Like, they forget that she was a part of the student councils too.
They never considered her because she was dead. So yeah,
she's dead
What?
after the fact.
I'm pretty sure that she left the student council before Angie died.
She did
Technically,
kind of.
she
But
maybe went back to like recompense to Angie, be like, "Oh, I'm sorry for this and that," and that's why she was able to get it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I think I'm about to lose Korikia. All the characters that I enjoyed voicing are gone. Well, now it's just misery from here. But alright, my dudes. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you guys enjoyed your time here, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. If any of you guys are still available, go and check Leo's channel for his 1 year anniversary. Help him celebrate that. See you guys in the next one. Later, dudes.
Bye, Felicia.